do it again. We're gonna have to do it again. Left. Off. It's a draw. 34. 4. Set. Reverse.
As the 1989 NFL season unfolded, 27 teams focused on a single purpose: dethrone the defending world champion San Francisco 49ers and claim that title for themselves.
Benny with a moderate drop, throws across the middle, caught!
Cutting back, going to the corner. Breaks another tackle, he's caught! He's gone to 30, then 20. Down the sideline, he is going to go all the way!
He has some open field, still out of speed at the 5, still going to the goal line.
Spins around, he's gone all the way for a touchdown!
Come on, right here we win it, man. Right on the front lines. Right in the middle is where we win it. Right here is where we find out whether we're champs.
By season's end, there was only one champion, and it was still the San Francisco 49ers, the first team to win back-to-back Super Bowls in 10 years. From opening day through Super Sunday, San Francisco was the dominant force in football. The 49ers won more games and scored more points than anyone else. Long-standing club and league records were broken with stunning regularity. Their stars are among the greatest players in the game. They led San Francisco to its 7th division crown in 9 years, and the 49ers became only the second team ever to win 4 Super Bowl championships. There are 27 teams in the NFL, and then there are the San Francisco 49ers, a team in a league all its own, the team of the 80s, a team for the ages, masters of the game.
At the 10-yard line, 39 seconds remaining. Back to throw Montana. Steps up, throws. Touchdown, 49ers! Taylor has it for the touchdown! The 49ers have scored, and the 49ers have won the Super Bowl. The 49ers with 3 Super Bowl victories in the 1980s.
This is a tough moment in a way, because was this the final game on the sideline for a great coach, Bill Walsh?
When Bill Walsh retired following the 49er victory in Super Bowl 23, he exited as a champion and left a foundation in San Francisco on which future champions could be built.
Well, we establish an attitude, an atmosphere, a state of mind, an environment that has sustained us through an evolving team. Then above and beyond that, I think our system of football sustained itself, and we refined it further and further each year, until at some point it might even have been an art form.
Replacing a coaching legend such as Walsh called for a successor blessed with special talents far beyond knowledge of the game. The 49ers found such a man when they named defensive coordinator George Seifert to continue Walsh's winning legacy.
In my experiences, most dramatically when working with Bill is the understanding and the realization of the importance of winning. You would always talk about this, but there was always at the same time, the years prior to working with Bill, I'd say, how did you play the game? Did you give it the great effort and so forth? And now the emphasis and the realization of how extremely important the winning really is.
Born and raised in San Francisco, George Seifert has always been 49er faithful. While growing up in the Mission District and playing football at Poly High, Seifert got his first exposure to the team he would someday lead to a championship.
High school I attended was right across the street from Kezar, and we'd usher football games on Sundays. And I grew up watching Hugh McElhaney and Joe Perry and Y.E. Tittle, and I have to say R.C. Owens and Billy Wilson, who now work with our organization. And so now to be the coach of the team gives a particular meaning.
Seifert began his coaching career at his alma mater, Utah, then made stops at Iowa, Oregon, Cornell, and Stanford before joining the 49ers. By 1989, Seifert's time had finally come.
I hope people don't see it as still Bill's team. Bill had a lot to do with this, putting the team together, but once he's gone, George has to take control of it and get things back rolling and keep it on a roll.
I think he's come in and been very straightforward and honest, and he's almost bent over backwards in a lot of situations individually with guys to be helpful, to bring himself out, to be accessible.
The leader accounts and adjusts to his men. George will not, I'm sure, do what Bill Walsh would have done. But when it comes to working directly with the players, and for them to identify him in difficult, tough situations, it will be George Seifert, and not George Seifert doing what he thinks someone else would have done.
San Francisco's new coach unveiled his 1989 master plan on opening day under the Hoosier Dome, and halfback Roger Craig, number 33, spearheaded the attack, rushing for a season-high 131 yards. Leading the way was San Francisco's revamped offensive line of Jesse Sapolu, Bruce Colley, Harris Barton, Guy McIntyre, Steve Wallace, Bubba Paris, and Terry Tausch. Craig's 2 touchdowns put the Niners ahead, and then Joe Montana and Jerry Rice wrapped it up with their first of many scoring spectaculars of 1989.
Montana wants to throw. He's got Rice. He's to the 40. He's to the 30. Taylor gives him a block. He's down to the 10. He's into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
The victory made George Seifert a winner in his first try as an NFL head coach, but trouble loomed just ahead at Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers nearly handed the Niners an upset defeat, but not before San Francisco's defense dealt out some punishment of its own. It wasn't until the fourth quarter before either team scored a touchdown, but Tampa finally grabbed a 16-13 lead with just minutes to play. Unflappable Joe Montana had him right where he wanted, driving the Niners the length of the field for the game-winning score.
Ball at the 4. First and goal. Split backs. On his hip. Montana to the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. He brings it in himself.
With just seconds remaining, Montana's magic had prevailed again. But it was merely a prelude to more fourth-quarter heroics the following week at Philadelphia.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Joe Starkey at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. Is this the team of the 80s against the team of the 90s today? The team of the 80s, the San Francisco 49ers, 3 Super Bowl champions, and the quarterback in the 80s, Joe Montana. But the Philadelphia Eagles think they are the new rising star in the NFL, and Randall Cunningham may be the next great quarterback in this league. Should be a fascinating afternoon of football between 2 teams, both 2-0 on the season.
Nice seeing you.
Hey, good luck and congratulations on
thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
About time, it's always great.
Oh, it is. Well, same to you. You got to be having a good time. I think we all do until days like today might tighten us up. But
well, you got to, but it's going to be a good game. Got 2 good teams. Got beautiful weather. What the hell,
Let's go, Let's go, boom! Let's go,
Remember this throughout the game. They don't respect anybody on this team. And if nobody don't respect, you got to go get some.
Concentration will win this game for us, man. These guys are not better than us. So what? They've been in the Super Bowl. So are the Redskins. It's time to go out and kick some ass. Let's work on 3. Work on 3. 1, 2, 3. Work!
2 receivers to the left, including Mike Wilson. Just Rathman in the backfield.
Safety blitz
Montana
again.
back to throw. He wants it all. Rice is out there. He's to the 20, 10, 5. Touchdown 49ers.
Montana leveled the first blow of the day, but then took a barrage of shots from the Eagles' pass rush. Philadelphia sacked San Francisco's quarterback 8 times en route to a 21-10 fourth quarter lead.
Come on, baby, let's go!
But the 49ers' frontline pressure was just as troublesome to Randall Cunningham. With Ramblin' Randall trapped in the passing pocket, the Eagle offense quietly folded its tent, while the 49er attack suddenly sprang to life. By now, Philadelphia's defensive weakness had been clearly exposed.
Hey, 46! You're coming at you, baby! Hey, 46, you're coming at you! Don't get scared! Big play, baby! Big play!
The Eagles were about to be picked apart by the league's master surgeon.
Back to throw Montana. The blitz is here. He gets the ball away, though. It's up the right sideline. And breaking loose and going to go all the way. Taylor will go. Taylor's to the 10. He's to the 5. It's a touchdown for the 49ers.
Y'all got it, man. He pulled. He pulled. He don't even want to be out there. Tell him.
The Eagles still led 28-17, but Montana's attack was relentless.
8-man front. Montana to throw. He's got Rathman. He's into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
With the receivers running wild, Roger Craig stayed in to block All-Pro Reggie White as the onslaught continued.
Montana to throw. Goes downfield. He's got Jones. Touchdown 49ers.
3 swift blows in the fourth quarter wounded Philadelphia's hopes, and Montana's 4th touchdown pass of the period put the Eagles out of their misery.
A first down could bury the Eagles. Montana to throw. He wants the end zone. Rice has got it. Touchdown 49ers.
San Francisco's 5 o'clock Lightning struck to the tune of 28 fourth quarter points. And for the 3rd straight week, Seifert's team won impressively on the road.
Way to go, fellas. Way to go. That's a hell of a job. Way to go. Daryl. Jim, you're all right, man.
The defending world champions had strongly relayed a message that sent shockwaves through the rest of the NFL. The 49ers finally returned from the road for their first game at Candlestick Park, but divisional rival Los Angeles spoiled the homecoming. The Rams scored just enough points to offset 4 field goals from San Francisco kicker Mike Kofer, knocking the 49ers from the ranks of the NFL's unbeaten. LA won on a last-second kick, but San Francisco would exact a full measure of revenge just a few months later. In the meantime, baseball's World Series forced the next game against the Saints to be switched from the Stick to the Superdome, putting the already grouchy Niners in an even nastier frame of mind. The Saints raised San Francisco's blood pressure a bit higher as they jumped to a 17-3 third-period lead. But some sleight of hand from Joe Montana helped the 49ers simmer down and ultimately beat up on New Orleans. A pair of quirky but welcomed touchdowns changed the momentum and frustrated the Saints as the Niners fought back to tie the game.
Montana looks downfield. Lawson way downfield. Rice is there. 10-5. Touchdown 49ers.
Jerry Rice struck a blow for victory, and John Taylor's second touchdown catch of the game enabled San Francisco to escape the Bayou with a win. The NFL's frequent flyer mileage leaders continued their road show a week later under sunny skies at Texas Stadium. A Dallas defeat would doom the Cowboys to their worst start in team history, and the relentless 49er defense was only too happy to help their foes reach that dubious milestone. Dallas troubles started with San Francisco's pass rush and continued against the 49ers' special teams.
So here's the field goal try from the 33, make it a 43-yarder by Ruzick. It is blocked. The ball is up in the air. It is taken by Johnny Jackson. It's a foot race. He's to the 30. He's to the 20. He's to the 10. It is a touchdown for San Francisco.
A sore elbow put Joe Montana on the bench, but backup Steve Young kept the Cowboys off balance by relying on the receiving skills of Tom Rathman, number 44. Deadlocked at 14 in the fourth quarter, the Niners finally came alive and took the lead for good. Young fired touchdown passes to tight end Brent Jones, number 84, and a game clincher to Jerry Rice, as San Francisco handed the struggling Cowboys their 6th straight loss of the season. San Francisco's triumphant return home was cut short by the Bay Area earthquake of October 17th. For the first time in NFL history, a game site was changed due to natural disaster. With memories of the tragedy still in their minds, the team showed its professionalism by playing well under difficult circumstances. Number 91, Larry Roberts, keyed a defensive charge that did its job, cutting off every avenue to the visiting New England Patriots. Despite serious injuries to Jeff Fuller, Jim Conhorst, and Harry Sidney, and a knee sprain to Joe Montana, San Francisco took control of the game by the third quarter. Number 89, rookie tight end Wesley Walls caught his first NFL touchdown pass, and relief ace Steve Young pitched 2 more scoring tosses to Jerry Rice and John Taylor.
Throw is Young. He's got Taylor at the 35 to the 30. He's to the 25. He breaks the tackle. He'll go.
In the first 8 weeks of the season, San Francisco had played only 1 game in its home park. The NFL's Kings of the Road would have to continue their travels one more time when they met the Jets in the Meadowlands. The visitors brought along their suitcases as well as an abundant supply of sacks. 9 times, Jet quarterback Ken O'Brien was dropped by the rush of Fagan, Holt, Roberts, Haley, Kugler, Carter, and Stubbs. Reserve quarterback Steve Bono filled in when needed, throwing his first touchdown pass as a 49er, while lifting San Francisco to its 7th win in 7 tries away from Candlestick Park. After a seemingly endless odyssey for San Francisco's Road Warriors, it was home sweet home at last for the travel-weary Niners, who otherwise looked fresh and frisky to a nationwide Monday night television audience. Number 78 defensive end Pierce Holt seemed especially glad to be back, with 2 quarterback sacks to his credit. A healing Joe Montana rejoined the starting lineup after recovering from his knee injury. Joe celebrated his return with 3 touchdown passes, scores which effectively put the game out of reach for New Orleans before halftime. John Taylor caught one of Joe's scoring strikes, while Jerry Rice became the team's all-time leader in touchdown receptions with 2 scores of his own.
Back to throw. Montana drills a pass, slant into Rice. He's down to the 15. He's to the 5. Touchdown 49ers.
San Francisco continued to make short work of its NFC West foes the following week by demolishing the overmatched Atlanta Falcons. In a repetitive combination that devastated opponents but never bored the hometown fans, Montana and Rice led the way to the 49ers' biggest offensive output of the season. Number 30, Keith Henderson, scored his first NFL touchdown, as did perennial All-Pro linebacker Charles Haley, number 94.
Pressure by Holt, pressure by Haley, and the ball slips out of his hands. It's picked up by Haley. He goes into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
San Francisco appeared to be invincible. Only by self-destruction could this team lose, said the experts. And the Niners had only themselves to blame when they fell to the opportunistic Packers the following Sunday. 4 turnovers and 10 penalties cost them dearly in defeat. The most painful mistake came on an encroachment call that wiped out this apparent interception-turned touchdown by number 31 safety Chet Brooks. Three damaging San Francisco penalties kept one Green Bay touchdown drive afloat. And when Don Majkowski scored on a quarterback draw in the final period, the Packers had won their first game in Candlestick Park since 1963. Although stung by the loss, the 49ers would not experience another defeat for the rest of the year. San Francisco rebounded strongly a week later in a battle between the league's 2 best teams. A Monday night TV audience watched as the Niners bolted to a 24-7 lead, thanks to the precision-perfect passing of Joe Montana.
Montana straight back, drop, a pass across the middle, caught by Jones. Touchdown 49ers. Oh, what a catch with the defender hanging all over him. 17-yard touchdown pass.
Leading the defensive charge was number 54 linebacker Matt Millen. A waiver wire pickup in September, Millen's fiery leadership and experience was particularly valuable against the Giants. Bay Area fans were confident as the 49ers widened their lead, but New York stormed back with 17 straight points, the longest score coming from rookie runner Dave Megan early in the second half. Deadlocked at 24 deep in the final period, the San Francisco defense took control of the game. 7 sacks and 5 turnovers by Romanowski, Walter, Turner, Pollard, Brooks and company ended New York's comeback, with veteran cornerback Eric Wright, number 21, delivering the knockout blow.
Sims back to throw, trying to stand into pressure. Now steps up, throws, picked off. Eric Wright has it. He's back to the 20, and he's down to the 17-yard line. Eric Wright has the pick of the night.
Eventual league scoring champ Mike Kofer booted the game-winning kick as the 49ers survived their toughest test of the season. San Francisco ran into some more trouble when they journeyed to Georgia for a rematch with the Falcons. Atlanta took a lead into the third quarter, but it was only a slim one thanks to another strong effort from the 49er defense. While number 42 Ronnie Lott and the rest of the defense stopped the Falcons cold, quarterback Steve Young lit the fuse for a sizzling third period, completing 10 consecutive passes, including the game-winning touchdown to John Taylor. Young ran for another score to clinch the victory, setting the stage for a prime-time duel with San Francisco's arch-rivals. The stakes were clear. Beat LA and the Niners would clinch the NFC Western crown. But when the inspired Rams exploded to a 27-10 lead, a win seemed unlikely until the 49ers and John Taylor staged a record-setting storybook rally.
Montana to throw. He's got a man all alone. It's Taylor. He's in a foot race. He's down the sidelines to midfield. Makes a cut. Goes to the 40. He's got a blocker in front of him to the 30. He's to the 20. Cuts it again. Still has a defender. Goes into the end zone.
After a pair of key turnovers and a Mike Wilson score, Taylor became the first player in league history to explode for 2 90-yard touchdowns in a single game.
Joe, a slant into Taylor. Taylor breaks the tackle, cuts across the middle, breaks another to the 30. He's down the sideline. He's to midfield. He's to the 40. He's got a blocker in front of him. He's to the 10. He's to the 5. It's a touchdown. John Taylor.
The stirring comeback made San Francisco champions of the West for the 7th time in 9 years. And with home field advantage for the playoffs secure, the Niners might have been expected to relax in their last 2 regular season games. Instead, they tuned up for postseason play with a pair of solid performances. The first coming against eventual AFC Eastern champion Buffalo. '49er depth was showcased from the running and receiving skills of Keith Henderson to the clutch play of quarterback Steve Young. Young passed to Jerry Rice for 1 score, then put the Bills away with a rollout touchdown of his own. It was also a record-setting afternoon for All-Pro safety Ronnie Lott, who added yet another accomplishment to his impressive resume.
Kelly with a shotgun. Straight back drop. Under pressure. Lofts it down the left side. It is picked by Ronnie Lott. Lott's back to the 30. He's to the 25. Cuts into the middle of the field to the 20. He's down to the 15. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 8. And he's the all-time interception leader for the San Francisco 49ers with 48.
A second-half rally clinched the victory for San Francisco, and then the 49ers sustained the festive spirit of the holiday season for their fans by thrashing the Bears on Christmas Eve. The 49er defense saved its best effort for last, posting San Francisco's only shutout of the season and its first whitewash since 1987. With increased playing time, reserves Keith DeLong and Tom Holmoe, number 46, made big plays. While Joe Montana made history, finishing the year with the highest pass rating by any quarterback ever. Terrence Flagler's touchdown run wrapped up San Francisco's glittering 14-2 regular season. Ahead loomed the playoffs, a 3-game stretch that would secure the 49ers a 4th Super Bowl title and a permanent place in NFL history.
Big money game, big day, baby. This is what we live for, JT. It's what we live for, baby. Who can outdo who? Only the strong survive, baby. That's what we're here for. Kick their ass. That's what we gotta do today. Payday. Payday.
Chance of a lifetime. Let's go.
Ready? Yeah. One day, boys, one day.
This is the first game on a journey to the Super Bowl. We just gotta go.
Let go! Let go!
In the playoffs, the 49ers met the star-studded Minnesota Vikings and torched the NFL's best defense with their deadliest weapon.
Drops back to throw. Goes across the middle. It is complete to Rice. Rice to the 45. He's to the 50. He breaks through. He's down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's to the 10. 5. Touchdown 49ers.
Way to go, Joe. Way to pick him out, baby. Harry's playing a little fire out there. You see him?
He peeled out and he came up the field, man, and he sealed me right in, man. I never even saw him.
But the Vikings hadn't seen anything yet. The NFL's sack leaders never laid a glove on Joe Montana, who looked as good heading for a 4th championship as he had going for his first. Montana moved through the vaunted Vikings with surprising ease, burying them in the second quarter with an avalanche of touchdowns.
Flips a little bit, has to roll out to the right, looking to throw, can't find anybody. Goes for the end zone, Jones, touchdown 49ers! Montana with a fake, carries it himself, rolling to the right, throws to the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown, 49ers, John Taylor. Montana straight back to throw, looks over the field, goes for the end zone. Jerry Rice across the middle. Touchdown 49ers one more time.
San Francisco's offensive barrage overshadowed a big play day by the 49ers defense that totaled 4 sacks and 5 takeaways against the bewildered Vikings.
Back to throw. Down the right side is picked by Ronnie Lott, and he's got a lane. He's to the 40. He's to the 30. He's running hard to the 15, to the 10. He's into the end zone. Ronnie Lott, the interception, touchdown for the 49ers.
Number one. 49ers, number one.
And off to Roger, right up the middle into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
Listen up, fellas. Obviously, congratulations, a great win, no doubt about it. Remember, a lot of humility now when we're talking with reporters. We got another game. That's all we focus on is the next game. We're not talking about anything else, just the next game. Whichever opponent it is, so be it. We got a lot of humility. Guys did a hell of a job out there today. We got to keep it going.
To advance to the Super Bowl, the 49ers would have to defeat their oldest and fiercest foes. For the first time in 80 meetings, these two California rivals would play for the championship.
We play nickel. We've got 4 guys that are rookies playing. And not only rookies, guys that haven't played much, that are just playing now.
We're going to communicate. We're going to set our own standards today. We're not going to play at that level. We're going to establish a level of play that is great, and we're going to maintain it throughout this whole game. Let's go, y'all. Let's go.
Having already won 2 playoff games on the road, the Rams began the day unfazed by the hostile Candlestick Park surroundings. LA took a 3-0 lead, then looked to further increase its advantage.
Come on, man, we need 7 right now. Yeah. Right the hell now.
Everett puts it on his hip, throws for the long one. He's got a receiver. Anderson and Ronnie Lott up there just in the nick of time to knock it away. The pass hung up too long because Anderson was alone for at least a couple of seconds. What a play by Lott.
Making what Ram head coach John Robinson called the biggest play of the game, safety Ronnie Lott saved a sure touchdown. From that moment on, the Rams' racehorse offense spit out its bit and came to a screeching halt.
Montana steps back, throws for the end zone. Brett Jones all alone. Touchdown 49ers. Jerry Gray was the man closest to him, but it really wasn't that close.
Had to be a busted coverage by the Rams because Brett Jones was wide open down the middle. No one was covering, absolutely no one was covering him.
A breakdown in communication by LA's secondary gave San Francisco an easy score, which set off a chain reaction of big plays by the 49ers. In a matter of minutes, LA was reduced to nothing but sacrificial lambs.
Everett straight back, throws up the middle behind Ellert. It is intercepted by McKyer after a deflection from Griffin. He's back to the 35. He's to the 30. He's out of bounds inside the 27-yard line.
Should have been a little bit more inside. It was my man fought outside. Oh, yeah? Well, I know. I kicked him out, and Rod ran in between. I had great push on him. Yeah. Great. We need to keep coming at him.
Handoff to Roger. He's into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
San Francisco's 14-3 second quarter lead was a testament to the balance and precision of the offense. But what puts this team at a level far above all others is the talent that emerges when time is running out and the end zone is 90 yards away. He's every defensive coordinator's nightmare because it seems the less time he has, the better Montana gets. With each tick of the clock, more observers are coming to the conclusion that Joe Montana may be the finest quarterback to ever play the game. Although the fans were already set to board the next flight to New Orleans, the 49ers still had 30 more minutes of unfinished business.
Any sense, but they've stopped the passing game. Everett steps back. Now he goes down without even being touched. Boy, is he hearing footsteps, Wayne. Haley and Roberts were there, but they never touched him. He just ate the ground.
The ferocious play of the Niners' defensive front brought the LA attack to a virtual standstill. And then the equally punishing San Francisco ground game finished the Rams for good.
The 49ers in complete control, and the way they're playing on the field, I tell you, they're just pounding the Rams now.
Yeah, they own this ball game right now because the Rams are just almost conceding physically, it seems.
Running through cavernous holes that grew wider as LA grew weaker, Roger Craig and Tom Rathman refused to go down until they had run the Rams out of town and out of time.
And the celebrating begins. The San Francisco 49ers are going to their second consecutive Super Bowl.
Right here, baby, right here. New Orleans, we coming, baby. Come on, Gumbo. Let's go. Gumbo, baby. Gumbo, Gumbo, baby.
The Super Bowl-bound 49ers made their win official with a victory shower for their coach. And George Seifert's championship baptism was all but complete.
Any rookie first deserve to get wet. Yeah, thanks a lot, Mama.
I told you I was doing it for you all year. I know that, man. We'll get that Super Bowl ring for you too, baby. I'm getting it for you, man. You know that. You know that, baby.
The 49ers had overcome injury, complacency, and history to win the NFC Championship. Now the team of the 80s set its sights on the first Super Bowl of the 90s.
We talked about that meat at the end of the tunnel, baby. We got to the meat, now let's go eat it.
We gotta remember our motto. The race is not to the swift, or the battle to the strong, but he that endureth to the end. All the glory be to God. All right.
オレンジのユニフォームがデンバーブロンコス、オレンジクラッシュ、強力なディフェンスを持ちましてこのスーパーボウルまで駒を進めました。サンフランシスコ 49ers、こちらの方はやはりエースクォーターバックジョー・モンタナです。モンタナからライス。
Est-ce que John Elway peut mener son équipe à la victoire? Est-ce qu'il a les outils nécessaires pour le faire?
E ovviamente tutto il peso di questo va sulla difesa nel fermare Joe Montana.
There are an awful lot of people who will be up till the very, very early hours of this morning in Ireland in Irish time.
Ja, god kväll! Sverige, Norge, Danmark. Här är det Super Bowl från Louisiana Superdome i New Orleans.
Hey, baby, this is something we worked our ass off for all year. Let's go out there and have some fun. That's all. Just relax, have some fun, and play our ass off.
We know we're the best team. go out and prove it today. We gotta play hard, play within your limits. Go out and kick some out of here.
Montana rolls to the right. He's got 2 men in the formation out there. Can't find him. Comes back across the middle. Complete to right. Into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Bouncing off a defender.
In Super Bowl 24, San Francisco proved themselves masters of the game right from the start.
Montana rolls to his right, throws to Brent Jones. Great catch. He's into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
At the heart of the 49ers' domination was a flawless game plan. A steady rhythm of plays drummed out against an overmatched opponent. Leading 13-3 early in the second quarter, the Niners unleashed Tom Rathman, who sustained the beat all the way to the end zone.
Texas?
No, I didn't get touched, man.
Yeah, you did. Got 2 guys hammered you. One Woody caught.
Oh, and
Scat, Texas.
23?
22.
Let's go. Let's overcome now. Come on. Find a way.
Black 59 Razor! Black 59 Razor! 49-7.
Craig in motion to the right. Pump fake by Montana. Launches it for the end zone. Jerry Rice! Oh, what a catch by Rice!
With 40 seconds left in the half, the game's deadliest passer hit the game's most lethal receiver. 30 minutes separated San Francisco from its greatest victory and Denver from its darkest defeat.
And the Denver Broncos are going to be a very depressed group when they go to the locker room now. They won't even like the Snoopy halftime show.
Go, baby. Keep the pressure on. Keep the pressure on. Keep the pressure on, HB.
Blue 95! Blue 95! 44!
In the final 30 minutes, the 49ers completed the biggest land grab since the Louisiana Purchase. They left their footprints on every square inch of the Superdome, gained a stranglehold on the word excellence. And by game's end, the team of the 80s had stamped their imprint on pro football history.
Montana drops back to throw, looks over the field, goes for the end zone. Jerry Rice, touchdown 49ers! The Bay Area may begin its celebration earlier than anticipated.
Post pattern down the middle, and Montana spotting those safeties wide again, got it to it.
Joe Montana ripped apart a Bronco defense that had permitted the fewest points in the NFL this season, and in the process shredded every meaningful passing record in Super Bowl history.
Come on, we ain't gonna lay down. Let's go, baby.
With the greatest of ease, the 49ers turned the NFL's biggest game into the Big Easy.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
The underrated 49er defense created 4 turnovers, and battered by this Red Army, the Orange was crushed.
Montana is still in the game at quarterback. Hand off to Craig, sweeps to the outside. He's into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. And haven't we said that a few times today?
The boy is going to party tonight. Well, what you're seeing here now is what people are going to call the best team that's ever played.
Best team in the league. Best team. Hey, they're going out of Tampa. Do it again.
We want to get 3. We want to get 3 more. What do you call it?
Joe Montana's spectacular performance again today could very well be his 3rd Super Bowl MVP award.
Congratulations for everything.
You deserve it. You went through a lot.
Thank you.
Very much. Thank you. I'll tell you what, man. Hell yeah.
In the end, the victorious 49ers were not playing against the Broncos, but rather the Packers of the 60s and the Steelers of the 70s, staking their claim as the best team ever, the undisputed masters of the game.
The San Francisco 49ers keep their date with the history books. In one of the greatest football games ever played by one team, they become the first team in the history of the National Football League to win back-to-back Super Bowls since the Pittsburgh Steelers. Really in keeping with this new dynasty, what a pleasure it is to bring in the new commissioner of the National Football League, Paul Tagliabue, to award the Vince Lombardi Trophy. Paul?
Brent, nice to be here on a special day. Eddie? Thanks. I know you're wet, but let me just say this. Today, the 49ers finished their trip to becoming one of the elite teams in the history of the National Football League. You've won your second straight Super Bowl game. The team did it in dominating fashion, as you've done in the playoffs, as you did it throughout the season. You've won your fourth Super Bowl in a decade, even less than a decade, tying the Steelers as the only team in the history of the league to win 4 Super Bowls. And you are clearly, at this time, the 49ers are the team of the decade, and they're starting the 90s looking like the team of the 90s. I want to congratulate you. I want to congratulate all the players, Coach Seifert, and your entire staff. Congratulations.
Way down the left sideline for Rice. There's one-on-one coverage. Jerry makes the catch, breaks the tackle. He gets by. Brown into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
This is our home. This is our home. Come on, team.
Everett to throw, goes to the left sideline, picked off, Sanders up the right side, to the middle of the field, he's high-stepping, he walked the walk and scored the touchdown, 49ers put it away, 32 seconds to is Aikman. Some pressure. Gets the pass away. Eric Davis picks it off. He's got a lane down the left side. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown 49ers. Young thinking of a quarterback sneak again. Breaks to the outside. Dives into the goal line. Touchdown 49ers. The 49ers are going to the Super Bowl, number 29 in Miami. Young with a play fake, drops back to throw, deep middle, Waters a great, over the shoulder catch, bounces away again. Oh, what a bonanza! A spectacular touchdown catch by Ricky Waters. Young, quick pass, slanted, Jerry Rice, another touchdown. Jerry Rice continues to set records in the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 29 has come to a completion. The San Francisco 49ers are the first team in the 75th year of the National Football League to win 5 Super Bowl championships. To throw, short slant. Oh, Harper caught it. He's breaking away. 20. He's going to score. Touchdown. Dallas is going to win the NFC Championship again. Sunday, January 23rd, 1994. For the second year in a row, the Dallas Cowboys had beaten the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC Championship game. This time, it wasn't even close. Dallas, 38. San Francisco, 21. Waiting for the elevator and the long, slow walk to his team's locker room, owner Eddie DeBartolo quietly but firmly turned to team president Carmen Policy and said, "We must never be embarrassed like this again."
I think that the standards are so high in the 49ers organization that some people, and sometimes, and even me included, we get disappointed when you come to the end of a season and you're playing a championship game 2 years in a row like we did, and we were denied going to the Super Bowl.
But once I got here, I realized how hungry this team was. I think that them being as close as they were the last 2 years, not getting there, and then having the management make the type of statement that they did by going out and bringing the players in here that they knew that they needed to win. And they didn't just get anybody. They got the players and that they specific points, linebacker, pass rush, and things like that, things that they needed, special people. There's a lot of fine people on this team, and they all deserve to feel what it's like to be on top of the mountain.
New players would help San Francisco eventually reach that mountaintop. But on opening night, it was a familiar 49er that got the season off to a running start.
Young throws downfield, Jerry Rice, he's got it, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown 49ers! Jerry Rice, a 70-yard touchdown reception. He is now tied with Walter Payton at 1.
While Rice was chasing the NFL touchdown record, his teammates were busy chasing the Raiders back to L.A. Tight end Brent Jones bent over backwards to help the 49ers with a pair of scoring catches.
John wants to throw. He pumps, he looks around, he comes back, he goes over the middle into the end zone. Touchdown, Brent Jones.
However, the evening clearly belonged to Rice. Early in the fourth quarter, he tied Jim Brown's record in a way that was fitting tribute to the ex-Cleveland running back. He did it on the ground.
He takes off to the 25, he's to the 20, he's to the 15, he's to the 10, he's into the end zone. Jerry Rice has caught Jim Brown.
With less than 5 minutes remaining on this historic night, the heir to the touchdown throne finally claimed his rightful pride.
Young wants to throw, and he is looking for Jerry, and Rice is there, and he's into the end zone. He's done it. Jerry Rice, in the 75-year history of the National Football League, is the touchdown scorer of the century. Incredible.
A week later, Rice and the Niners journeyed to the Heartland for their first ever showdown against ex-teammate Joe Montana, a battle San Francisco was confident it could win.
I'm young, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat.
At the outset, such confidence seemed well placed as quarterback Steve Young put San Francisco ahead 14-7.
drops back to throw, goes to the end zone, caught Brent Jones, touchdown for the 49ers.
Sweet! All right,
Same formation. Young gives it to Logan, he's in, touchdown for the 49ers.
Starting to get warmed up, are we?
But two Montana-led second-half touchdowns enabled Kansas City to pull away, handing the Niners their first defeat of the season.
Back to throw is Montana, fires for the end zone, Keith Cash, touchdown Kansas City, Keith Cash!
Montana won this round against Young, but Steve bounced back nicely the following Sunday, rushing for a pair of scores while throwing for two others in San Francisco's last ever Southern California game against the Rams.
Young turning left, he throws that football, it is caught with one hand in the end zone by John Taylor for the touchdown. Oh, what a pretty play. And here goes Young rolling out, flipping it to Rice. He makes the catch, he dives in. It is a touchdown.
The Niners then returned home and promptly fell behind the visiting Saints before two more Young to Rice scores restored order.
Waters stays in the backfield and Rice goes out to the left side. And Young goes back to throw and looks for Rice down the sideline, reaches high, climbs over the defender, makes the catch into the end zone. The touchdown for the 49ers.
San Francisco's secondary twice turned in game-saving plays, an end-zone interception by Merton Hanks, and an electrifying steal from Deion Sanders in his very first start in a 49er uniform.
Goes to the left sideline, picked off! Sanders up the right side, he's in the 50, he's in the 40, into the middle of the field, he's high-stepping, he walked the walk and scored the touchdown. 49ers put it away, 32 seconds to play.
With Sanders now in the lineup, San Francisco exuded an aura of invincibility, a veneer that crumbled shockingly the following week in a dreadful display against the Philadelphia Eagles.
Garner, the single setback, takes the handoff, off left tackle across the 25-20, at the 15-10, breaks a tackle, he's at the 5, he's in! Cutting him back, he's looking, he's floating it for the end zone, touchdown Bavaro! And this place is nauseous. And the Eagles are humiliating the 49ers at the stick.
In their worst home performance in 14 years, the Niners collapsed in every phase of the game. With the outcome already decided by the third quarter, head coach George Seifert elected to pull Steve Young in mid-series. It was an incident that embarrassed and infuriated the 49er quarterback and set off alarm bells throughout the San Francisco roster.
Sometimes you need a wake-up call, and I don't think it was a wake-up call for just Steve or just George, but a wake-up call for the whole team. I think we kind of felt like we could just roll out there, go on the field, roll out our helmets and say, hey, we're the 49ers, go take a back seat. But doing that right there made us realize that we have to work for everything that we get.
And I think when we hit the Philadelphia game and got embarrassed and humiliated, we looked around and said, now, we know this isn't us. We know whatever we're going to be, this isn't what we are.
And when we lost to Philly, I was kind of glad because then I could see, well, let's see what type of team we're going to be. Are we going to bounce back to this, or are we going to flush this season down the toilet?
Got to be a good one today. Got to turn this thing around. Today going to be the day.
Left kick, middle cover. Bart,
In Detroit, the Niners came out flat and got flattened by the Lions. Steve Young was down and San Francisco was nearly out of business as the Lions grabbed a 14-0 lead.
Down the line, Barry Sanders. Stutter step to the outside. Gets the corner 5, touchdown! Lions, Barry Sanders. Holy.
With the fate of the season hanging by a thread, the 49er defense dug in, sparking the pivotal comeback of 1994.
And up to Waters, sweeping outside, needs to cut, decides to go outside, scores for San Francisco, and the 49ers within an extra point of tying it up. Herman Moore is the wide receiver to the left, And Mitchell's looking for him downfield, and it's going to be easily picked by Hank. He's back to the 30, cuts in the middle of the field to the 20, he's to the 15, he's to the 10, he's down to the 6-yard line. First and goal, 49ers. He heads back toward the right side. They give it to Floyd, he pounds away, and looks like he got there. Yes, touchdown, 49ers.
A fourth-quarter touchdown toss to Ron Singleton wrapped up the most important and dramatic win of the season.
Oh, that was close. Much too close for me. But I'll take it. A W's a W in the National Football League.
In a world of giants, there can only stand one. Today is a true test.
Finally, somebody realized there's more to this game than just me and Dion.
It was a showdown for first place in the NFC West, but there was no denying that the main attraction in Atlanta was the humble return of Deion Sanders, who wasted no time giving his former fans their money's worth in the day's main event matchup.
Rising down to the left here against Deion one-on-one.
Let's go, Rising! Yeah! Come on, let's do it!
Jeff George draw play to Ironhead up the middle, and he tried to... here's Rising and Sanders going at it. It's a fight. They were throwing punches. Flags fly. Oh, baby. Oh, they were throwing haymakers at each other.
Deion was punching, busted Rising nose. Went right underneath his helmet. They gonna have to throw them both out. They throw either one of them out.
Actually, neither player was ejected, but Deion was penalized for his part in the second quarter scuffle, which set the tone for an early 49er knockout.
They give it to Hayward. Tries to go up there, to bust the ball. 49ers pick it up to run it back to McDonald. He's down to the 20, 15, 10, 5. They got a shot at him. He beats him into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers on the fumble recovery.
While the sloppy Falcons turned the ball over 6 times, the precision-perfect Niners never looked better. Just 2 weeks after his painful performance in the Eagles' loss, Steve Young was razor-sharp, completing 15 of 16 passes for 4 touchdowns, including 2 to Ricky Waters.
Come on, let's show some character. Make us sing right now. Show some heart and show some character. Yeah.
At the end of the first half, the game's main attraction simply stole the show.
And he throws, intercepted. Is he inbounds? Deion down the right side. Yes, he's to the 50. They can't stop him. He can high step this one half the field. He waits to the 10 though and walks into the end zone. Does another dance. Touchdown 49ers. An incredible interception touchdown.
Jeff George was playing stare down over there, and Deion played his eyes perfectly.
Yes, the prodigal, radical, unpredictable son of Atlanta had returned, and he made sure every Falcon got a good long look. And though he would sit out the rest of the game with a muscle pull, it was fitting that in the Georgia Dome, the house Deion proclaimed he built, he also brought it down.
Oh my goodness, what a play.
Hollywood script. No kidding.
Hey, let me tell you something. You couldn't have wrote that better in a script. See what I'm saying? Prime time's house, still. Yeah.
After burning Atlanta, the 49ers returned home and played the role of ungracious hosts to Tampa Bay, rolling up nearly 500 yards in total offense. The Bucs' chief tormentor was Ricky Waters, who cracked the century mark in rushing while chalking up a pair of touchdowns.
Handoff to Waters, breaks outside, he's got the angle, I think, 5, dive, touchdown 49ers.
Running behind an offensive line that was just now beginning to recover from early season injuries, fullbacks William Floyd and Mark Logan added scores of their own, as San Francisco notched the first 34 points of the afternoon and never looked back. With the game and the division lead firmly in hand, the 49ers took the following week off. then jetted east to the nation's capital on Election Eve, where they delivered many happy returns to San Francisco fans in precincts nationwide.
And Young drops back to throw and goes downfield, and Brent Jones is all alone. Can he win the foot race to the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, into the end zone? Brent Jones, the longest touchdown run of his career. And a reverse to Jerry Rice, and Young is there to block. He's at the 25, the 20, he's to the 10. Touchdown 49ers. Jerry Rice scores another one.
Then the defense and special teams made sure their votes were counted.
Interception, McDonald down the left sideline. He's all alone. He can walk this one in. 74-yard touchdown interception for San Francisco. And Carter waits for it at the 4-yard line, comes up to the 10. Cuts to his right to the 20, gets to the 25 to the 30, 35 to the 40, 45, still in bounds at the 50, down the sideline to the 30, down to the 20, down to the 10. The touchdown for the 49ers, 97-yard touchdown run by Dexter Carter. Talk about a big play day for San Francisco.
Fortunately, the Niners would have a few more big plays in reserve for the Cowboys in the NFL showdown game of the season. To win, the 49ers would have to shut down Troy Aikman and shut up trash-talking playmakers like Alvin Harper.
Real number 80 is in town today. Real number 80. They got a fake number 80 over there. Crybaby. Come all the way out here to kick their ass.
We got a lot to do there. We got a lot to do.
After spotting Dallas' 7-point lead, Steve Young's arm and legs took over.
Come on, Steve. Come on.
49ers responding to a Dallas touchdown. And Young squeezes in for the score.
Then Jerry Rice made Alvin Harper eat his pregame words.
Jerry Rice, not a big factor in the game yet, is out to the left. Back to throw is Young. And he sends it way down the left sideline for Rice. There's one-on-one coverage. Jerry makes the catch, breaks the tackle. He gets by, round into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
Eagerly joining Rice on the growing list of 49ers Cowboy killers was safety Merton Hanks.
Aikman straight back to throw, goes for the end zone. At the goal line, the ball is tipped up and intercepted. Picked up in the air by Hanks. Pass over the middle, picked off! Merton Hanks has another interception! And Merton Hanks can run for governor, at least in the Northern California vote, with his game.
Hanks' second steal set up the game-clinching score.
And again the bootleg. Young, unbelievably, this time throws. He gets it to Brent Jones into the end zone! Touchdown 49ers! Bootleg pass to Brent Jones, puts the game away!
We'll see y'all again.
There is this just little sadistic side of me that realizes how great an NFC Championship rematch between these two teams will be now.
Both of us got to just stay on the track they're on, and maybe we will see each other later on as people have predicted. But we've got an awful lot of the season ahead of us. I think we're all very excited about what just took place. At the same time, we realize what's coming up. And, Los Angeles Ram Club, that'll be difficult for us, but right now we got to enjoy this moment.
In what would be the last meeting in their 44-year-old West Coast rivalry, the Rams and Niners staged a classic with Jerry Rice playing his usual starring role.
There's a quick pass left flat. Rice might get there for 135. Yes! He walked in with a Ram draped on his back. Todd Light.
The upstart Rams stormed to a 27-24 fourth-quarter lead and threatened to steal a victory until the last minutes of play when Rice rallied the troops with his third touchdown catch of the evening.
Taylor to the left, Waters to the right. Young to throw. Quick slant in. Jerry Rice! End zone! Touchdown 49ers!
Oh, what a night for Jerry Rice. 16th reception of the night. That's a new team record, a new personal record.
The following week in New Orleans, there was even more reason for the Niners to toot their horns.
Young drops back to throw. Nobody open. Rolls to his left. Throws on the run. Brent Jones has it. Touchdown 49ers. Waters in the backfield. Blitz showing. Young has to throw it up for grabs, and Taylor catches the ball. Touchdown, yes, over Vinnie Clark.
Steve Young launched a quartet of touchdown passes to sink the Saints, and the Niners wrapped up their 10th NFC Western Division title in the past 12 years. The book on Niner Falcon games is rarely a mystery, with blowouts as the customary storyline, and their December rematch with Atlanta proved no exception.
Pass all alone to the right flat to John Taylor. Runs over. Walker into the end zone. 49ers have the lead back. Young passes to the right sideline. Rice will get it here into the end zone. Number 137 in front of Darnell Walker. Young steps up, going to try to run for it. He's in easy. Touchdown, 49ers.
In their highest scoring output of the season, the 49ers tarred and feathered the Falcons for the second straight time, then flew south to San Diego for an intrastate battle with their eventual Super Bowl opponents. Even in enemy territory, the Niners' welcome was surprisingly friendly.
They love us. What can we say? They gotta understand we got business to take care of first.
You have the best record over 23 football teams in the National Football League. Now show them that out there today. Let's go. You got to play together. You got to play hard. You got to play tough. I want everybody up on the sideline in this football game the whole 60 minutes.
While defense was preached in the stands, it wasn't exactly practiced on the field. Steve Young threw 2 first-half touchdowns to help give San Francisco a 21-3 halftime lead.
Young after a play fake drops back to throw. Left side, Brent Jones. He should get there. Dive. He tumbles into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Young to throw. Quick pass into the end zone. Taylor has it. 49ers have another touchdown.
See, what happened was, right at the snap, the safety, strong safety started to go, so then I'm going to Jerry, and then he stayed. Probably could have had either one of you right away. What are you trying to say by that look, bro? What are you trying to say? What's the nonverbal language?
The nonverbal language from the Niners' defense was simply sack, pillage, and ultimately plunder.
Humphreys goes back the other way. Pass is picked by Dion. He comes up the sideline to the 30, to the 40, to the 50. High steps to the 50 to beat the last tackler. High steps the rest of the way. He backward dances into the end zone. Another classic by Dion.
I'm up there at the office.
Well, bad. Remember that.
He started high stepping about the 60.
Hey, baby, right here. The best fullback, bar none. We're about to be playing on San Francisco side. Hey, baby, get this on film right here.
Right, we love it. We love it, baby.
Next up were the Denver Broncos, who became San Francisco's 10th straight victim.
Young goes straight back to throw. Little short pass, left. One-handed catch by Ricky. Breaks inside, dives into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. What a play. Young drops back to throw. Some pressure from Hall. Goes deep middle. Touchdown 49ers. What a catch by Jerry Rice.
The 49ers' onslaught came from every direction, down to the devastating blocks by guard Derek Deese that blasted the way into the end zone for William Floyd. Then Ricky Waters added an exclamation point with his longest scrimmage play of the season.
Pass across the middle. Caught by Ricky. Breaks loose. He's gone. You can't catch him. You couldn't possibly catch him.
With the win, San Francisco clinched the best overall record in the NFL and secured home field advantage throughout the playoffs. It was time to settle back, relax, and try to remain healthy in the season finale against the Vikings. That night, Steve Young put the finishing touches on a record 4th consecutive passing title and the highest passer rating in league history.
Young, quick pass to the end zone. Touchdown. Jerry Rice has another one.
Minnesota won a game that held little meaning for the Niners, who benefited mainly by welcomed playing time for the reserves and no serious injuries to the regulars.
Gerback rolling to his right, throws on the run. He's got McCaffrey. Touchdown 49ers.
The regular season was finally over. Ahead lay the playoffs and a chance for the San Francisco 49ers to make history with a record 5th Super Bowl championship.
Welcome to Candlestick Park, where the surf meets the turf. Usually you say that about Del Mar Racetrack, but with the rain in the Bay Area all week long, this field could be a big factor in this afternoon's game between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. The Bears come into this an enormous underdog. They're not expected to be able to compete, but Dave Wanstead has created quite a team in Chicago.
Unfortunately for the Bears, George Seifert's team in San Francisco was not only better, but also hungrier for victory. The 49ers had acquired too much talent, worked too hard, and overcome too much to allow Chicago even one breath of hope. In a frightening display of offensive and defensive might, the Niners overwhelmed their foes in a furious barrage that destroyed the Bears before halftime. San Francisco's offense totals 9 current or former All-Pros in its lineup. Against Chicago, they showcased a future star in William Floyd, who scored his first of 3 touchdowns.
Young with a handoff. Floyd dives into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. That made a statement by the 49ers.
Less than 4 minutes later, San Francisco scored again.
Young drops back to throw. Pass to the end zone. Brett Jones on his knees. Genuflex in effect into the end zone. 49ers score again.
Chicago made the decision to completely ignore the NFL's Defensive Player of the Year. Such respect left Deion Sanders alone to twiddle his thumbs while the Bears went after more promising aerial targets. Deion was a non-factor statistically, but a huge factor tactically, as quarterback Steve Walsh went after the left side of the Niner defense.
Back to throw as Walsh steps up, lobs it way down the right side. This one could be picked. It is! Eric Davis takes it away for San Francisco. As Walsh goes back to throw and sends it deep middle, and it's picked off. 49ers have it again. Burton Hank.
While the Bear attack stumbled, William Floyd rumbled for another score.
They give it to William Floyd. He falls into the end zone. 49ers put another score on the board.
This is our house. You come in, you act up, we kick your butt, then push out. Get out.
To no one's surprise, the player who had the most impact was Steve Young.
Young carries it in himself. He dives into the end zone after he saw nobody open. He then slams the ball down after he got hit. And now a fight breaks out in the back of the end zone between the two teams.
Sacked 4 times, backup Eric Kramer fared no better in the second half than Steve Walsh had in the first. As expected, the 49ers breezed past the Bears in peak form with a victory that propelled them into their 3rd straight NFC Championship game against the Dallas Cowboys.
Next week in Candlestick, baby. Next week. Anybody coming through here got to come through us.
Showdown next week. Showdown time next week. Might be the real Super Bowl.
One more week. Let's hope we don't have it like we did last time we played here. We lost 3 NFC championships in a row. We're going to try and win one of these things.
As Yogi Berra might have said, it was deja vu all over again. The Niners and Cowboys battling for a trip to the NFL's big dance.
That's right, baby. It's going to be a fight today. The real Super Bowl right now. This is war.
Going for 3, start the day. Full speed. I want to skip out of prelims, baby. Let's kick this ball off now, baby. It's going to be a whoop tonight. Yes, sir, buddy. Watch this.
Dallas talked a good game, but once the whistle sounded, it was 49ers actions that spoke much louder than Cowboy bluster.
Back to throw again is Aikman. Some pressure. Gets the pass away. Eric Davis picks it off. He's got a lane down the left side. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown 49ers. Novacek couldn't get him. He was in perfect position to pick the ball.
Eat it up. Eat it up.
Eric Davis's stunning score set the tone for a furious 4-minute spasm, which saw 3 Dallas turnovers punctuated by the same number of 49ers scores.
Two receivers out to the left side. Back to throw is Aikman. Has time. Sends it down the left side. Ball is caught and knocked down. That could be a fumble. 49ers pick it up. Let's see what they call here. Whether that's... Yes, it is a fumble. 49ers have the ball again. Tim McDonald. Taylor comes out to the left side, and so does Rice. And a fake to Waters, and Young pump fakes, then goes back to Ricky the other way. He's all alone at the 20, down to the 10. He's at the 5. He dives. He's into the end zone. It should well.
As instant as it was incredible, San Francisco had a 2-touchdown lead. But if Dallas thought it couldn't get worse, they were mistaken. For on the ensuing kickoff, the carnage continued.
Doug Bryan will kick off for the 3rd time. A line drive at Williams, who grabs it at the 8-yard line. Kevin comes into the middle of the field, cuts to his left to the 20. Gets to the 25, and he's out near the 30-yard line. Ball is fumbled. I think they've got it again. 49ers have it again. Unbelievable. Doug Bryan lands on the ball for San Francisco.
At the 35-yard line. Great field position again.
With a short field, the 49ers scored their 3rd touchdown in short order.
Double tight end. Rice a wing on the left side. Waters and Floyd. They give it to Floyd. He gets in easy, standing up. Washington grabs him. It's too late. 49ers, after 7.5 minutes of this game, lead 20-0.
William Floyd gave San Francisco 21 reasons to celebrate. But with most of the game still to play, Dallas knew that being down a ton gave them time to atone.
And they sweep it left to Smith with a pitch. Lead blockers banging near the goal line. Touchdown, Emmitt Smith, with 1:56 left to play in the half. The Cowboys are an extra point away from being within 10.
Dallas began to believe there was still a chance for victory. But Steve Young squashed their hopes by throwing for the end zone in the half's final seconds. With the NFL's all-time touchdown leader split wide, the only real question was whether Rice would face double or triple coverage.
Young goes back to throw, steps up, goes for the end zone. Rice is out there. Touchdown 49ers! Touchdown 49ers! What a play! 28 yards. Touchdown pass San Francisco. Rice beat Larry Brown.
How could you not know that was coming?
And speaking of spikes and nails, maybe that's it.
I think that might be the one. What a turnaround, and that's what the 49ers can quite honestly do.
In the second half, San Francisco went right after defensive end Charles Haley with single and double team blocks. Caught in this vice, the Cowboys' primary pass rusher was squeezed and suffocated. The offensive line of Oates, Sapolu, Deese, Wallace, and Barton blasted apart the Cowboy defense, and into the breach ran William Floyd and Ricky Waters. Suddenly, beating the Cowboys was becoming a
piece of cake. Piece of cake, huh? Well, hey, Dallas, who are you going to cover now? Rice on this side, Jones on this side, Taylor over there, Singleton over there. Watch out for Waters coming out of the backfield. There he is.
He was quarterback Steve Young, who superbly generaled this magnificent offensive machine. As always, Young hurt the Cowboys nearly as much on the ground as he did in the air.
Young steps away from trouble, starts to run, gets to the 30, baits a man to the 35 to the 40. He's out to the 48-yard line.
Oh, that's a dangerous slide. He almost could have snapped his leg in half.
Second and goal at the 3. Waters out of the backfield. Young thinking of a quarterback sneak again, breaks to the outside, dives into the goal line. Touchdown 49ers!
Looks like he was stopped at the 1 with his strength pulled on in, believe it or not.
Steve Young with a run of the day.
Hey, Big D, destiny is done. And you're overdone.
Any chance the Cowboys still had was about to be snuffed out by Deion Sanders, the hired gun of the 49er defense. Brought in for just this situation, a one-on-one showdown with all-pro wideout Michael Irvin, Primetime proved his worth with a crucial third-period takeaway.
Aikman straight back drop. Humps goes way down the left side, and Deion Sanders has an interception. For just a moment, I had the feeling he might have pushed off on Irvin.
He did. But Irvin, they're pushing each other every play. The two of them had their hands all over each other.
Now time, along with the 49ers defense, combined to crush the dreams of a three-peat by Dallas.
Going all the way to Miami, baby. All the way to Miami.
While the king was dead, the man who would be king was coronated by acclamation.
Won't have to hear any more talk about Steve Young getting to the Super Bowl. Now he'll have to win one.
The 49ers are going to the Super Bowl, number 29 in Miami. The NFC Championship belongs to San Francisco as they win it 38-28.
After nearly 5 years, the San Francisco 49ers had cast aside their ghosts of the past and were now just one game away from adding another Vince Lombardi trophy to the team's already impressive collection.
Coach Seifert, to the coaching staff, to the fans, to my family, and to the great players we have. Like Notre Dame. I love you all, and we are going to go to Miami, and we will bring back another championship.
In Super Bowl 29, San Diego was trying to repeat history.
Gonna shock the world today. Yes, sirree, Bob. Just like Namath in '69. Same thing, same story.
San Francisco was trying to make history by winning its 5th Super Bowl.
You're witnessing record setters. Record setters right here, baby. First team to bring home 5.
We're finally here!
For the first time in 5 years, the AFC had a new Super Bowl representative. The Bolts had replaced the Bills, but this team still resembled a Buffalo.
It's time to go to work. Hey, I got kids to feed now. They're tired of eating them bland cereals. They want a brand name.
Quarterback of Brigham Young, number 8, Steve Young.
60 minutes. Get me even. 2 blocks on 3. 1, 2, hurry.
Pre-game pyrotechnics were impressive, but just fireworks compared to the bomb Steve Young dropped on the Chargers on the game's 3rd play.
Ricky Waters to the right. And a play fake. Young goes deep middle. He's got Jerry Rice. Touchdown 49ers. First touchdown of the game. Comes after only a minute and 24 seconds. 44-yard touchdown pass to Rice. How can they leave Jerry uncovered like that?
Jerry Rice scored the fastest touchdown in Super Bowl history and immediately drove a spike through San Diego's heart.
Jerry Rice! You're playing like you're on ice. Secondary, when you get the shot, you gotta make the hit. You got to wrap up.
Young with a play fake. Drops back to throw. Deep middle. Waters a great. Over the shoulder catch. Bounces away. Bounces away again. Oh, what a bonanza.
The Chargers secondary didn't wrap up, and consequently, after 5 minutes, the 49ers all but had the game wrapped up. San Francisco was merely executing its game plan.
Ready to go, baby. Way to execute now.
The Chargers, like the 10 AFC champions before them, simply were being executed.
I didn't come up here to embarrass myself. I don't know about all y'all. It's about time for a pride check. I'm calling for a pride check. Come on, baby. Let's go.
San Diego discovered the only way to stop Steve Young was to keep him off the field. Behind the power running of Ronnie Harmon and Natron Means, the Chargers ate up over 7 minutes and cut San Francisco's lead in half.
coming up. Jumbo backfield. They're going to run it to Means. Touchdown, San Diego. He went up and over the top.
It's a great drive by the San Diego Chargers. Exactly what they needed.
What the Chargers needed were more big plays like this 33-yard catch and run by Eric Bieniemy. Late in the second quarter, Bieniemy brought San Diego to the 49ers' 13. But as has been the Chargers' problem throughout much of the season, the red zone turned into the dead zone. While the Chargers continued to make mistakes, the NFL's highest-scoring offense was flawless. The 49ers did lose Jerry Rice for part of the first half after this hit, but they never had any trouble finding the end zone.
First and goal from the 5. Young goes back to throw. Quick pass to the goal line. Floyd falls in. Touchdown, 49ers.
Shut him down again. One more time.
All right, baby.
San Diego was forced to pass and unable to run. Steve Young, meanwhile, was magnificent doing both.
Come on, Steve!
He had waited for this day for years, the day when he could permanently step out of a shadow he never deserved and into a spotlight he rightfully earned. This was his team and his Super Bowl, and he was in total command of both.
Young, straight back drop, quick pass, left flat. Ricky Waters makes the catch. He's in. Touchdown, 49ers.
Young's fourth touchdown pass of the half gave San Francisco a 28-10 lead. With 30 minutes to play, the Super Bowl featured two teams headed in decidedly different directions.
You got your pride and you got the last 30 minutes of this season, and you got to decide what you want to live with for a whole year. And right now, you got a long year.
It's time to make history, baby. It's time to make history.
The second half of Super Bowl 29 was a mirror image of the first. On their first two possessions, the 49ers scored two touchdowns.
Taylor goes out to the left side. Waters and Floyd are in the backfield. They give it to Ricky. Cuts back left side. Into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. He beats Stanley Richards with a tremendous cutback move.
Ricky Waters tied a Super Bowl record with his third score. Steve Young led all rushers with 49 yards. And Jerry Rice once again proved why he is the best receiver ever.
Young drills it across the middle. Catch by Rice. Beat the defender on the play. Touchdown 49ers. What a move he made out of it.
In the greatest of spectacles, San Francisco's star-studded offense commanded center stage. But their often overshadowed defense was determined to play a leading role as well.
Have you made a big play yet? Let's make one right here. Let's make one right here.
Fourth down and one. And they go to the I formation with Shannon Mitchell lining up ahead of Natron, who's been out of the game for a while. They give it to Means. He's not going to get it unless he can come all the way back the other way. Burton Hanks has an angle on him. They've got him stopped for a loss.
The 49ers held Means to a mere 33 yards, logged 2 sacks, picked off 3 passes, and proved they were champions on both sides of the ball. While dreams of an upset victory were shredded from the start, the Chargers somehow managed to carve out a small piece of history of their own.
Andre Coleman waiting with the score 42-10, takes it into 2, comes up the middle of the field, cuts to his left across the 20 to the 30, and Doug Bryant can't get him this time. Up the left sideline to the 40. He's to the 30. Nobody's going to catch him. He'll bring it all the way back. Andre Coleman runs it back the length of the field for a touchdown to give the Chargers something to cheer about late in Super Bowl 29.
Andre Coleman's 98-yard kickoff return tied a Super Bowl record. San Diego converted the first Super Bowl two-pointer. Alfred Papuno got to perform the Big Dance's first ever coconut dance. And finally, the Chargers helped make Super Bowl 29 the highest scoring ever. Appropriately, the 49ers won. 75 points in the NFL's 75th season. But in the end, it was a 5-ring circus, as San Francisco's primetime players did exactly what the NFL Coach of the Year had planned. Well, almost.
George Seifert has made it clear to his team many times, I don't want that goofy Gatorade ban. Don't even think about it. Uh-oh. George's rule is about to be broken.
Rare indeed is a broad smile from George Seifert. Rarer still are players like Jerry Rice, who scored 3 times in a Super Bowl for the 2nd time, and the game's MVP Steve Young, who broke Joe Montana's record with 6 touchdown passes. Not surprisingly, they led the way for the 49ers' 49th game-icing point.
In the backfield, Waters, Young, quick pass, slanted, Jerry Rice, another touchdown! Jerry Rice continues to set records in the Super Bowl.
So does Steve Young.
Couldn't stop him, and Steve Young is now #1 all-time with 6 touchdown passes, Wayne.
The San Francisco 49ers, winners of 5 Super Bowls. When excellence becomes a tradition, there is no end to greatness.
Oh, come on. We did this together. You guys know you're warriors.
What size is your ring? My size 22. I got a size 22 ring. Go biggest, baby. 5 diamonds. 5 diamonds. 5 diamonds.
Someone take the monkey off my back, please.
Oh, it was that gorilla.
It's gone forever.
The San Francisco 49ers are the first team in the 75th year of the National Football League to win 5 Super Bowl championships.
This is a very, very important victory. This one is for Dad.
Every guy in here, made a commitment. You know you did. There were times when it was dark. It was really dark. We turned back into each other's space and committed to each other. And we're there. And no one can ever, ever take it away from us. Ever! Oh my God.
In 1988, the teams of the National Football League began their journey on the road to the Super Bowl.
Bright and sunny at Tampa Stadium. Game has been sold out.
Welcome to Candlestick Park in San Francisco.
It'll be a game of great emotion, great intensity, and I think last week...
It's cold here today. You'll hear our teeth chatter more than
turnovers will be the key to the football game.
On this journey, mere talent would not be enough, for this was a marathon where stamina and courage would separate the true champion from the rest of the field.
And well received.
We can close the coffin on these suckers right now, okay? Get your man.
Right now it's time to take a step forward.
Let's get a hat on them every play. Let's get this thing started. We got to put something together back to back. Now, let's go.
Kick their butts right now. Let's go, Sam. If you guys got anything left, man, right here, this is where you go after them.
Back to throw on 4th down. Into the end zone. It's a touchdown. An unbelievable catch.
Going to the end zone. Got Monk in the backside. Diving catch. Touchdown. Washington Redskins.
He's going long. He's going for everything.
Unbelievable. Steps up, looks, throws, Flutie there, got it! Firing, end zone, great catch for a touchdown!
A bullet for Merton in the end zone. A diving catch and a touchdown. The play of the day.
Montana on 3rd down. Back to throw. They rush. He steps up. He throws. Has Rice open. He makes the catch. He gets away to the 40. It's a foot race 30. They won't catch him. It's touchdown 49ers.
Ultimately, only one team would seize the prize sought by so many.
The San Francisco 49ers are heading to Miami.
On January 22nd, the San Francisco 49ers marched the length of the field in the final minutes to win the most thrilling Super Bowl ever played. For the 3rd time in the last 8 years, the city by the Golden Gate had a world champion.
Back to throw Montana. Steps up, throws.
While the 49ers belonged to San Francisco, the 1980s belonged to the 49ers. Like any city, San Francisco has its share of historic landmarks. Some are built from stone and brick, having stood the test of time, the whim of fashion, and the threat of earthquake. Others chug up the city's 14 hills, now and always an enduring Bay Area symbol. But another town treasure is made not of mortar or steel, but flesh and blood. For the past decade, the San Francisco 49ers have been pro football's living monument to artistry, flair, power, and success.
When Bill Walsh was hired and we started our development program of the 80s, all that I really strived for was to be a perennially competitive football team. And I think that we have proven that that's the type of organization we are and that's the type of team we've been in the 80s.
We have won 2 World Championships in this decade and won our division any number of times. So I think we're sustaining our success as well as anybody. Everybody's in sync in the entire organization and on our squad. Our coaches, our players, everyone's communicating, everyone has confidence and believes in each other.
We're going on 11 years that Bill Walsh has been with the 49ers and with me. I think we've developed an extremely good relationship, both on and off the field. Bill, in turn, has developed that relationship with our front office personnel and also through his coaching staff to the players.
The character of the team would be sorely tested in the very first week of the '88 season by the opponent many had picked to dethrone the 49ers in the NFC West. In a fiercely fought battle in Bayou Country, the arch-rival New Orleans Saints bolted to a 17-10 halftime lead. But visions of a Bourbon Street celebration quickly faded, thanks to a far more menacing sight. San Francisco nose tackle supreme Michael Carter, number 95. Carter earned NFL Defensive Player of the Week honors with 6 tackles, 2 sacks, a forced fumble, and a critical interception. While Carter and company were busy shackling the Saints, 49ers quarterback Joe Montana revved up a third-period passing explosion.
From the lone back behind Montana. Back to throw. Steps up for the end zone. Touchdown 49ers to Mike Wilson. Montana goes back to throw. He looks. He throws. Over the middle. Touchdown 49ers. John Frank.
During an 8-minute stretch, Montana struck for 3 touchdown passes, including 2 scores to tight end John Frank, putting San Francisco ahead to stay.
Yeah! Good work, Brandon.
Good job, great job, Joe.
Good job. Good job.
A late field goal from first-year kicker Mike Kofer sealed the important road victory over dangerous New Orleans. After the game, Niner coach Bill Walsh proved to be a gracious winner, but a poor prognosticator.
All in all, I'd have to say we're really pleased, and we played one of the best teams in the NFL, and we give them full credit, and they're going to be a real factor this year in the playoffs. There's no question about it. They could be the Super Bowl team. They're that good.
The Niners next traveled to the New Jersey Meadowlands, site of 2 previous playoff defeats at the hands of the Giants. With less than a minute to play, wide receiver Lionel Manuel scored to give New York a 17-13 lead. And another 49ers loss in the Big Apple seemed likely. But on 3rd and long, San Francisco came up with the most dramatic score of the young NFL season. In a relief role, quarterback Joe Montana fired his best pitch. Wide receiver Jerry Rice was there to grab it, and the course of a season was altered in one astonishing moment.
Down. Montana to throw. Throws long for Rice down the sidelines. He's gone to 30, to 20, to 10. Touchdown 49ers. A 77-yard touchdown pass to Jerry Rice. Boy, and it is stunned silence here in the Meadowlands.
San Francisco's shocking victory added to the excitement and anticipation that came the following week in the season home opener at Candlestick Park. But except for a few scoring plays, there wasn't that much for the 49er faithful to cheer about. Wide receiver Mike Wilson hauled in 1 scoring pass, and guard Guy McIntyre, number 62, lived the lineman's dream by catching the very first pass of his pro career for a touchdown. Unfortunately, another first of sorts occurred as the Falcons earned their first victory over the 49ers in 9 tries. Atlanta exploded to a 21-3 halftime lead and coasted the rest of the way for their initial victory of 1988. Although the defeat was unexpected and discouraging, the Niners were quick to display the resiliency that would serve them well throughout their championship season.
You're going to lose some ball games, but it's how you're going to bounce back from it. We just had lost to Atlanta, the Falcons, and we just came out, we was hungry, we wanted a win, and we went out against Seattle and really just play our best football.
At the Kingdome, perhaps the noisiest and most notorious visitors' park in the league, the 49ers defense quickly silenced the Seahawk fans by forcing 5 turnovers while holding the Seattle attack to a meager 150 total yards. San Francisco's offense was even more dominant, holding the ball for nearly 43 minutes while piling up almost 600 yards against Seattle's beleaguered defenders. Clearly, though, the 49ers' deadliest weapon was Jerry Rice.
Well, we felt like we could really get the backside post, and Joe looked front side and came backside, and I was wide open. He just pumped the ball up, and I was able to get into the end zone.
Montana back to throw. He has forever. Throws long, down the middle for Rice. He's open, he's got it. Touchdown, 49ers. You can throw it any better than that. Montana to throw. They come after him. He throws long for Rice. He's out front. He's got it. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, 49ers.
Montana to Rice is a familiar scoring refrain to all 49er fans. But the following week against Detroit, San Francisco unveiled the latest addition to their arsenal, newly activated punt returner John Taylor.
And a good kick. Oh, he drives this one back to Taylor. Takes it at his 24. Up the middle, he comes to the 30. Break free, the 40. Big chase out front at the 50. A foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Now welcome back, John Taylor.
It was the first score of Taylor's NFL career and would by no means be his last. Jerry Rice, no stranger to touchdowns himself, chipped in with a scoring reverse to help the Niners edge the Lions. Another key to the victory came from a second straight successful outing by San Francisco's defense. Rebuilt, retooled, and reschooled in recent seasons, new faces blended with veterans to achieve the same results as the outstanding defensive units of Super Bowls past.
Well, we like movement as far as our defense is concerned. It's important to us not only in the linebacker core, but defensive line and naturally the secondary too. So movement and intelligent play is of great importance to us and has been a strength of ours.
For years, the national impression of the 49ers consisted of sleight-of-hand magicians who'd rather sip Chablis than put up their dukes. The 1988 defense quickly shattered that image.
We're fairly offensive in our defensive thinking. We try to be attacking in our defense. The type of players that we have with their quickness and movement and the variations that we have, we try to dictate as opposed to having offenses dictate to us.
In any defense, success begins with the man in the middle. And in Michael Carter, number 95, the 49ers may have the best nose tackle in football.
I like to think of it as keeping the middle quiet, just like a hurricane, just an eye of the storm is quiet. Everything all around the perimeters of the defense, of the scheme of things, but in the middle, it's an area that a lot of teams don't like to go to.
In 1988, virtually all areas of the San Francisco defense could be considered hostile territory.
Any and every kind of defensive scheme and alignment to do any kind of confusing and, I mean, whatever it takes, you know. That's our philosophy on defense. And I think our defense is one that just doesn't give up no matter what.
In a unit of many solid performers, the 49ers' brightest star was all-pro linebacker Charles Haley.
I think the problem that Charles Haley poses on any team is that the guy gets after people. He enjoys playing the game really hard. And he's just one of those guys that when his motor's going, you can't stop him. You can't stop him.
For the third consecutive season, Haley led the team in sacks, thanks to his productive study habits.
I go through film and I watch other guys use different moves, and then I go out and practice those same moves that they use. And it's more or less of watching. I watch other people do it, and then I try to go out and perfect it too.
Soon, number 94 had the rest of the NFL watching his films. The reviews that followed predicted Boffo box office for Charles Haley.
He's a great athlete. He's like your Lawrence Taylor of New York Giants, your Reggie White of Philadelphia. He's the key player in the defense that makes the whole unit run well.
defense turned in another sturdy performance in a Week 6 duel with the Denver Broncos. For nearly 4 quarters, the defending AFC champions could not score a touchdown against San Francisco's hard-charging unit. Denver quarterback John Elway was sacked 5 times, and the 49ers secondary came up with some timely interceptions to help San Francisco cling to a slender 13-6 lead. But a late score from Elway to wide receiver Vance Johnson tied the game at 13. And then in overtime, the Broncos handed San Francisco a disturbing second home defeat in 3 tries. A Rich Carlos field goal pushed the Niners deeper into 3rd place in the NFC West. If they were to reverse their fortunes, they'd have to do it the following week against a traditional rival. To get the 49er Express back on track, the team turned to a runaway locomotive wearing number 33. Halfback Roger Craig rushed for a career-high 190 yards and 3 touchdowns as San Francisco's superback single-handedly shot down the first-place Los Angeles Rams.
So San Francisco a second time in Ram territory, but it's a draw up the middle to Craig, and he breaks loose and runs loose. He gets used to the 30 to the 25. He's down to the 20. Breaks loose again. He's to the 10. 5. Touchdown 49ers. Oh, what a bonanza. Spectacular run by Roger Craig.
Might be the best run of his career. That's highlight reel material forever.
He runs so intense and so unlike probably anybody else in football right now that he's a very special commodity. Roger is a very fun running back for an offensive line to block for.
Craig's amazing season of 1988 stemmed from a decision he made at the end of 1987.
Where it started was I wanted to lose 15 pounds. I was weighing 225 at the time, and I came in at 210, and that really helped my speed and my endurance and most of all, my conditioning. So mentally, when I came into the season, I was prepared and ready to be ready for the punishment and just to carry on at halfback. It was fun, you know, just being able to be at my natural position.
A sleeker, more compact Craig now posed even more problems for the opposition.
His strength is he'll knock you out with them knees. He kicks them so high, man. I tell you, I hate to come off the block trying to hit him. I have never hit him in his legs, and I never will. But I'll hit him in his chest, I'll hit him around his neck, I'll hit him in his head, but I'll never hit him in his legs. Because he has those knees up so high, man, I'm telling you what, you can hurt yourself. You put your head down there, he can rip your head backwards.
Craig also ripped apart the 49er record book with over 1,500 rushing yards, performing in a style similar to another San Francisco legend.
It's just a characteristic of Roger's running. It's not necessarily related to some kind of practices or work that he's done on the side or in the off-season. He just has a running style that, to me, is most reminiscent of a great back of many, many years ago, Hugh McElhaney. He's a slashing type runner. So if we can develop plays in which the defenders are moving laterally, Roger starts laterally, then breaks back through that pursuit. We are taking full advantage of his ability.
Craig was also San Francisco's top receiver with 76 catches and led the league in total yards from scrimmage. At the beginning of the season, some whispered that Roger's role would be reduced and younger backs would eventually replace him. By year's end, Roger Craig was the most valuable player in the NFC.
I always thought Roger Craig was one of the best running backs we faced. After playing him this year, I'd have to say he's the best that I've faced this year, if not in my career. The way he is running right now is just incredible.
makes Roger Craig so special is his heart. To me, when a person exudes that on the football field, you have to watch that. You want to see that because you're gonna get some of that. He's the type of person that gives his heart to not only himself but to his teammates, and it shows. He plays as if he has a heart of a lion.
Mike Ditka's Chicago Bears had waited for nearly a year to avenge a 41-0 Monday night massacre at the hands of San Francisco. But at the rematch, the 49ers appeared ready to pick up right where they'd left off the season before. However, Jerry Rice's quick touchdown would be the only points by the offense. It was left to the 49er defense to keep up with the Bears shot for shot. In the most intense defensive struggle of 1988, the 49ers battled but eventually lost by a point to the team they would play for a championship just 10 weeks later. More of the same loomed the following week as San Francisco faced another physical foe, the Minnesota Vikings. In this crucial game, the Niners rested Joe Montana and handed quarterback duties to Steve Young.
Young pumps, fakes, throws, long, out in front is Taylor. He has it. He will go all the way for a touchdown.
Young propelled the Niners to a 17-14 third quarter lead. Yet when Minnesota's Rick Fenny scored in the final period, San Francisco appeared headed for their third loss in 4 weeks. Then Steve Young stepped forward and pulled off the NFL's Play of the Year.
Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 50, the 10. Young is exhausted. He died. Touchdown, 49ers.
With under 2 minutes to play, Young had somehow managed to navigate through the NFL's #1 defense and score a touchdown that bordered on the miraculous. Steve Young's scramble was the game-winning score, but it failed to provide a spark for the games just ahead. Indeed, what followed was San Francisco's most difficult stretch of the year. In the Valley of the Sun, the Niners jumped to an early lead against the Cardinals, and another win seemed salted away. San Francisco boosted the score to 23-0, but then the roof caved in. Phoenix shocked San Francisco and won in the final seconds. And just when it seemed as if matters could not get worse, the 49ers were embarrassed at home by the Los Angeles Raiders. LA erected a brick wall of silver and black, and nothing the Niners tried could knock it down. San Francisco's record skidded to 6-5, and throughout the Bay Area, doomsayers predicted a sorry end to 49er playoff hopes. But in these dire moments, the team somehow managed to keep from breaking apart.
At first, we looked inwardly at ourselves, wondering what is wrong here, and certainly our local press did. But as we came out of it, we looked around and saw virtually everyone else in football having a downside of their season, and hopefully ours came at a point from which we could recover, where in some cases people hit it just toward the end of the year and couldn't recover. Now, we have our problems. We've had bad days, there's no question about it. But overall, we've been a good, solid team that's been able to live with the ebb and flow of a season so that at the end of the year, we're developing momentum while some others might have been faltering.
On a Monday night in late November, the 1988 49ers came of age and turned their season around. Against the defending world champion Washington Redskins, San Francisco began their championship march, ignited by the longest punt return in team history.
Back to the 5-yard line, taken by Taylor, comes to the near side, now tries to go back the other side, is pulled down, gets away, goes to the 10, stumbles at 15, jumps over that at the 20, he's out in front, at the 50, the 40, the 30, 20, 10, touchdown 49ers, a magnificent return by John Taylor.
If Taylor's 95-yard run back stunned the Redskins, then Joe Montana's timely touchdowns served as the knockout blows.
Montana's going to throw for Rice in front. Got it! It will be a touchdown for the 49ers. Rice caught it, juggled it, and goes 80 yards for the touchdown.
The rested and rejuvenated Montana added a touchdown of his own to close out the year's most pivotal victory. But the scoring explosion was far from finished. A week later in San Diego, the Niners rang up their largest point total of the season and closed within a game of the division lead. Running behind the blocking of center Randy Cross, guards Jesse Sapolu and Guy McIntyre, and tackles Steve Wallace and Harris Barton, San Francisco's backs rolled up over 200 yards rushing and scored 4 touchdowns. Running the ball is always easier with a deep passing threat like Jerry Rice to draw coverage. And Rice certainly attracted attention with 2 big touchdown catches, including the longest play from scrimmage in 49er history.
Back to throw Montana. Out in front is Rice. He is there. He's got it. He's at the 40. It'll be a touchdown for the 49ers. 96 yards.
Where he's matured is that he realized that he can play hurt, he can play and do various things on the football field just instead of just catching touchdown passes. I think the one thing that makes Jerry great is that he can dominate a game without catching the ball. His presence alone does a lot to put fear in other teams' defenses.
No matter the climate, any temperature seems perfect for this rice to cook.
I knew what Jerry was going to do from the first time he ran a route. For some reason, his body language told me what he was going to do. He doesn't tell anyone else, I can tell. The defensive guys have no idea, but for a quarterback, for some reason, he's someone that you really have an understanding where he's headed, and it makes your timing that much better. You can get him the ball much quicker because you know where he's going.
The league's MVP the year before, Rice was slowed by nagging injuries in '88, but still could make his presence felt.
Well, I had a knee injury back in '87. This year I had an ankle, and I was out about, I would say about 6 weeks, and I was not Jerry Rice. I couldn't get 100%, but I still wanted to play because I felt like if I was in there, it was going to take some of the pressure off Roger, and they had to respect me.
We've got things in Roger Craig and Jerry Rice we didn't have in the past. And when you've got lightning from two positions that can strike at any time, it's not only dangerous for a defense, it's absolutely inspiring for an offensive lineman because there's nothing better than a one-play drive.
It was no accident that Rice's return to good health coincided with San Francisco's late-season surge, a string that continued in a Week 14 rematch with the Falcons. And once more, Jerry Rice provided enough offense to put the 49ers on top. The stifling defense of Fagan, Roberts, Stubbs, Holt, Walter, Fonhorst, Ellison, Romanowski, McKyer, Wright, Griffin, and Fuller held the Falcons to just 3 points, San Francisco's stingiest performance of 1988. And eventual NFC scoring champ Mike Kofer added a pair of field goals to send San Francisco home to a head-to-head duel for the division lead. Deadlock for first in the NFC West, the Saints and Niners both knew that the winner would have the inside track to the division title. But San Francisco moved quickly to establish control of the game, proving to upstart New Orleans that their turn at the top would have to wait another day. San Francisco sent the Saints packing in impressive fashion, while wrapping up an unequaled 6th straight trip to the playoffs in the 1980s.
Montana back to throw, steps up, throws, has Taylor wide open, 45, 40, in front, 30, 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers!
The Niners soon went from playoff participants to division champs. Earlier action the following week helped wrap up San Francisco's 3rd division title in a row and 5th in 6 years. The results lessened the impact of the final regular season game against the Rams, a game LA desperately needed to make the playoffs themselves. The 49ers, having already clinched, showed only flashes of brilliance, but it wasn't nearly enough to beat a determined opponent. The inspired Rams did what was necessary to earn the victory. This final loss could not detract from the late-season excellence of Joe Montana, for a decade the best clutch quarterback in pro football, and the catalyst of San Francisco's 1988 turnaround.
Over the years, it's never been a more competitive, a more complete quarterback at understanding our offense and understanding the game itself than Joe Montana.
Joe's a real pro, a true professional, and he's played in his 10th year. He's had his experiences with injuries. He's had to battle through a lot of things, but he's persisted and he's survived, and he continues to be one of the very best in football.
Montana has achieved every meaningful goal to which a pro quarterback aspires. He is the NFL's all-time top-ranked passer, has set numerous records, and won the biggest of games. But in 1988, many wondered how long he could continue. Spotty performances, injuries, fatigue, and competition from reserve quarterback Steve Young might have disheartened or discouraged others. But Joe Montana thrived on the challenge.
I've been a competitor as long as I can remember at everything, on and off the field. And I think most of the guys in the NFL, you have to be a fierce competitor to be able to last in the game.
Joe has lasted and flourished, and when crunch time comes, Montana is always prepared.
He's like a great racehorse. A great racehorse knows when it's a Kentucky Derby. They know when it's important. They know for some reason there's a lot of money on the line. And you put Joe Montana in a big game, I don't care if you've had him in an isolation cell for 10 days before that, he'll go out on that field and he'll know it's important and he'll play good.
Joe Montana, a champion, and unquestionably the greatest quarterback of his generation. San Francisco's decade-long success has all come during the tenure of Bill Walsh. He has coached longer and won more games than anyone else in 49er history. But it took many seasons of apprenticeship in high school, college, and the pros before he was able to implement his unique vision of the game.
I think that was the most fortunate thing that life dealt to me, because over those years that I worked for other people, Paul Brown as an example, I developed the skills necessary to become a head coach. Fortunately, time passed and the maturity took hold, and the wisdom and the knowledge, so that when I did have an opportunity, I made the most of it.
His style, speech, and incredible record have prompted some to give Bill Walsh a label with which he is not entirely comfortable.
I know he resents being called a genius because he doesn't look upon himself as a genius, but he knows what he's doing better than anybody else does.
Well, if you got a choice, go that way. Yeah, because then if he misses the tackle, you can step through his tackle, you're by yourself. When you come underneath, you got all the pursuit coming back toward you.
I think Bill's very demanding as a coach. He's a stickler for details. He's a perfectionist.
Woo! Pretty, pretty. I mean, that will be a beauty.
He knows when to put the pressure on and when to try to ease the tension. And you can go back to the first Super Bowl where we got off the bus and he was acting as a bellman.
We call ADX hook again, and they got bumping one on Dwight. We'll just have Dwight run a full-speed slant.
I think Bill Walsh has the great talent of being able to pick out a weakness on a defense and attack it in a relentless, merciless fashion. He is almost vicious in his approach. Not a vicious person, not meant in a negative way, but Bill Walsh will concentrate on your weakness and kill you.
Carrying out his master strategies are outstanding athletes who have committed themselves to Walsh's design for winning and brought it to life.
You have to have a lot of great players that believe in themselves, and I think we have that. I think the players like the Joe Montanas, the Keena Turners, that have been through it before, that understand that you have to play up to a certain standard. I think that's what's probably the one thing that I'll remember about the 49ers, that we started in the 80s a standard that we had to play up to. That standard was only the 49ers standard, and that we didn't concern ourselves about other football teams.
The 49ers standard, a standard unmatched in the 1980s. It has been a decade of mighty men and magic moments, years of achievement that began in 1980, when a young and rebuilding 49er team stormed back from a 35-7 deficit against the Saints in what became the greatest comeback in NFL history.
Just outside the 25. Montana to place the ball down. It is high, placed down. It's kicked. It is long enough. It is good! The greatest comeback the 49ers have made as they win it by a score of 38-35.
A year later, the 6-10 team improved to 13-3, best in the league, thanks to a youthful defense that started 3 rookies in its secondary. Their efforts helped San Francisco to a division title. And in the NFC Championship against the Dallas Cowboys, the Niners won in the final seconds on a play all fans refer to simply as the catch.
Montana rolling out the right, looking toward the end zone, throwing under pressure, throws his pass, caught by Clark. Clark got a touchdown. Dwight Clark has it. It's a touchdown for the 49ers.
The whirlwind season ended in blustery Detroit, where the 49ers won their first world championship, beating the Cincinnati Bengals 26-21 on the strength of a well-conceived offense and the greatest goal line stand in Super Bowl history.
Here's Montana throwing toward the end zone, caught on the run by Cooper. He's got him. He's in the end zone. A 49er touchdown. The 49ers have won it. Bill Walsh and his staff beating the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals in the Super Bowl.
Three years later in Palo Alto, perhaps the finest 49er team ever assembled capped off the 1984 season with a clinical demolition of Miami, crushing the Dolphins 38-16. At Super Bowl 19, Bill Walsh took his second victory ride of the 80s, hoisted on the shoulders of some of the decade's greatest players. Like the old Hollywood studios, San Francisco possess more stars than there are in the heavens. The 49ers, men of skill, determination, and heart. And during this decade, no team has won more games or more division crowns, scored more points, or appeared in more conference titles. As they entered the 1988 playoffs, San Francisco had a chance to accomplish something even greater, their third world championship.
When you think of the 70s, you think of the Steelers. Right at this point, you think of the 80s, there's the 49ers, there's the Redskins, there's the Raiders, but this will be the last Super Bowl of the 80s. And if we can lay our third one on it, it'd be very important to me.
The 49ers' first playoff opponent would be Minnesota, the same Vikings who had upset San Francisco in postseason a year before. On this day, there would be no upset. In 3 previous playoff games, Jerry Rice had been kept out of the end zone. Against Minnesota, Rice burned the Vikings with 3 touchdown catches before halftime.
Montana, back to throws, touchdown, 49ers, Jerry Rice.
The quick 21-3 San Francisco advantage was no accident. The 49ers, frequently and unfairly called football's finesse team, flexed their muscles, dominating both lines of scrimmage. The highly regarded Vikings were manhandled and manipulated, shoved out of the way and pushed off the dance floor. While Minnesota's attack sputtered and stopped, San Francisco sliced through the opposition for better than 200 rushing yards. Fullback Tom Rathman blocked well and ran even better. And in the final quarter, backfield mate Roger Craig punctuated the rout with the longest run of his life.
A give to Craig, first down, first through 30, to the 40, being chased at the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, and touchdown 49ers, 80 yards.
The final result wrapped up the 100th victory of Bill Walsh's NFL coaching career. But in the winning locker room, Joe Montana threw down the gauntlet for the team's next challenge.
Teams that have beaten another team by a big margin have come back the next week and played terrible. And that is not going to happen to this ball club. I ain't bullshit. We've opened the door. We're going to go through it next week, and we're going to kick ass and take no prisoners the week after. That's right.
This afternoon from frigid, windswept Soldier Field in Chicago, it's the NFC Championship game as the San Francisco 49ers meet the Chicago Bears. Temperature about 17 degrees, wind chill factor minus 26 degrees.
And another thing that's going to be a factor in this one is whether the receivers can hold onto the ball if the quarterbacks can get it to them. It's going to be a little cold.
Montana on third down, back to throw. They rush, he steps up, he throws, has Rice open, he makes the catch, he gets away at the 40, it's the foot race, 30, they won't catch him, it's touchdown 49ers!
Rice's explosive 61-yard touchdown shocked Chicago with its speed and design. Then the 49er defense bloodied the Bears with its strength and muscle.
now being chased out of the pocket, being chased by Pearsall. Throws, it should be intercepted. It is by Fuller, picked off by Fuller at the 36-yard line. A blitz showing by the Bears. Montana back to throw. He throws. He has Rice. He's got it. Touchdown, 49ers. They beat the Bears blitz.
Bestie Jackson on single coverage on Rice on a slant in, and Rice had him beat by 2 steps as they were 5 yards downfield. Rice was open all the way. You know that Montana's eyes lit up immediately when he saw that. Rice was open from the start on that play.
As night fell and temperatures plummeted, the big chill of Chicago still failed to bother the Californians. If any 49er was freezing, he was quickly warmed by the red-hot San Francisco offense and the blazing spirit of Joe Montana.
Montana back to throw. Rolling out, looking, throwing, touchdown, 49ers. He hits John. Great protection there. Keep it up.
First and goal from the 5. Montana gives to Rathman. Rathman drives for the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
As the final moments ticked away, San Francisco delivered one last message to the fading monsters of the Midway.
In motion, Brad Mustard to the near side of McMahon, takes on a delay, gives to Sanders, cutting to the left, fumbles the football. It's up for grabs at the 50-yard line. The San Francisco 49ers appear to have it covered near the midfield marker, and it is San Francisco football to the 49-yard line of Chicago. I think nails are being placed in coffins here.
Miami, here we go. Clock winding down, and both teams are going to head off. The San Francisco 49ers are heading to Miami to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. They are champions of the NFC in convincing fashion, 28-3 over the Chicago Bears.
On the coldest day in January, the finesse-ass 49ers will come in the backyard of the Bears and kick ass.
San Francisco had conquered the cold and their own playoff past to secure the NFC title, but their final challenge would secure them a place in NFL history. Shaped by Bill Walsh's concepts and led by a quarterback who could put these ideas into action, the San Francisco 49ers were poised and confident.
Everyone must have a ticket. Have a great stay here in Miami.
Bengal head coach Sam Weish had transformed a 4-11 band of forgotten men into AFC champions, and more importantly, had replenished their self-respect. A third Super Bowl win would make San Francisco the team of the decade. A Bengals win would fulfill a season-long dream for Cincinnati.
Cover middle, all lives are safety left. Move L2. Time it up now. Ready? Run.
Two-time Super Bowl MVP Joe Montana, NFC Player of the Year Roger Craig, and the absolutely uncoverable Jerry Rice. San Francisco's talented trio against Cincinnati's punishing rookie Ickey Woods. In the first half of Super Bowl 23, it was the 49ers' galaxy of stars that shined most brilliantly. Like comets, they streaked across wide-open skies, only to crash back to earth.
Third down, a give to Craig on a sweep. Here's the 40, 45, 50, 45, fumble the ball, and the Bengals have it, I think, at the 41-yard line. So Johnson will...
2 Super Bowl records were set on one play, as Lee Johnson's record 63-yard punt was brought back by John Taylor for a record 45 yards.
The 10, he picks it up, gets away from a man, gets away from another, gets away from another, comes to the 30, he has a man run, he's at the 40, he cuts back at the 50.
Cincinnati couldn't match their opponent's big play for big play, but they eagerly matched them hit for hit. Niners settled for a 3-3 halftime tie because none of their big plays ended in the end zone. The trend continued in the second half.
Rolling out has time. It's
Bill Romanowski's interception produced only a field goal, and later Jerry Rice's acrobatic reception brought oohs and ahs, but no points. While San Francisco jabbed and danced, Stanford Jennings delivered the haymaker. Great teams aren't great all the time. They're just great when they have to be. But even the greatest of teams need a little luck. Number 24, Lewis Phillips, let Montana off the hook, and Joe burnt him on the very next play.
Montana is back to throw. Quick pass for Rice. Got it out of bounds. Touchdown 49ers.
Trailing by 3 points with 3:10 left, San Francisco needed Joe Montana to drive them 92 yards to win. 70 million thought he could. 10 others in the huddle knew he would.
There's a lot staring them in the face. Montana throws over the middle, completes it to Craig. Craig is to the 16. Joe back to throw, steps up, throws out here for Rice. He has it at midfield, goes out of bounds at about the 46.
Second and 20, dire straits, even for the decade's winningest team.
Second down. 49ers have to go to the 25 for a first down. They're at the 45. Montana back to throw. Throws over the middle. A fine catch by Rice. Rice to the 20. He's down to the 19. Another brilliant catch by Jerry Rice.
Whether it happens now or not, to watch Joe Montana do this and to watch this absolute surgeon on the football field and one of the all-time greats do his thing again, it's almost like poetry.
At the 10-yard line, 39 seconds remaining. Back to throw Montana. Steps up, throws. They brought Jerry Rice in motion from right to left. A couple guys followed Rice. One man was on Taylor. He ran a post pattern and Montana hit him in stride.
In Super Bowl 23, the San Francisco 49ers once again scaled the heights of football greatness and stood alone at the summit.
And the 49ers have won the Super Bowl. The 49ers with 3 Super Bowl victories in the 1980s as they win it on a brilliant 98-yard drive, 20-16.
A team of young men filled with promise, old veterans filled with pride, and a coach whose vision of perfection is now part of history.
And one that may signify the end of Bill Walsh's career as he and Sam Weiss walk off the field together.
The 1988 49ers are an honor to the team's glorious past and the world champions of pro football's present. The team of the decade.
Listen up. I said it last night, baby. We was gonna play with our hearts and we was gonna look at each other after this game and look at our hearts. And Steve Wallace left his heart out there today. Left his heart out there today. Everybody sold out this week. Everybody. Damn, it's great, isn't it? You got it left.
Hold up. Hey, thank you to all the defensive guys, this entire team. I couldn't feel better about a group of fellas ever. Just thanks. I mean, win the Super Bowl. It's the way to do it. Thanks, guys.
Hey, I want to say, whoever came up with the phrase, it ain't over till it's over.
This is a tough moment in a way because was this the final game on the sideline for a great coach, Bill Walsh? Emotional moment right now with the coach down here inside the locker room, Jack.
All the way.
Coach is mine. And this might be a career for Bill Walsh.
Well, we're not sure yet. We'll make whatever announcements we have to make at some other point.
Bill, if you do leave, I want you to know that every one of us is going to miss you. You have done a fabulous job with this football team, and never more so than in the final seconds here today.
It's great.
All right.